First-gen Latinos know healing generational trauma isn't easy. But what if it all starts with one conversation? That's exactly how this Mexican American began to face her deepest wounds.
I am the founder of the company Generational Joy. We are up to destigmatizing mental health in the Latino community, and our first experience is a card game you play with your mama called Gracias Madrecita.
How was Gracias Madrecita born?
About 2 years ago, I realized I had this massive fear of abandonment and I didn't know where it was coming from. So I put myself in a 10-day darkness retreat. So once I completed my journey, I flew back to Illinois, where my mama lives, and Ama, ¿qué pasó while I was in your belly? And the first thing she said was, your dad left. And I was like, whoa, mommy, how was that for you? And she said, I felt abandoned. I felt alone in this country.
At that moment, realizing she didn't really know her mother.
I'm a child of immigrant parents, and I felt unloved, that I was carrying the fear of abandonment that was passed down from my mother to me.
What began as a way to reconnect with her mother has grown into a celebration of identity, culture, and generational joy.
There was one moment that I remember when I was 17. These two women that were Caucasian asked me what my parents did for a living. I said with so much pride and joy, my dad is a landscaper. And they had shared that their parents were professors and doctors, and they said, we have to go. And in that moment, I became ashamed of being my father's daughter and everything that came with that, being Latina, being a woman.
But after working on her inner self, she's owning her Latina identity that was once wiped away by trauma and fear.
Through this card game, it's guiding me to reclaim my joy and being Latina and being my father's daughter and my mother's daughter. So it's just been a very wholesome journey for me.
Reminding us not to let generational trauma define our lives. Instead, become the spark that ignites generational joy.